A very good morning to you children. Today we shall be learning how to write an essay. So our topic for today is essay writing. Most of us think that writing an essay is a very boring task as well as difficult. This weak impression makes us run away from creativity. But writing an essay is like the construction of a building, step by step on a firm foundation. All we have to do is to make an attempt to try. Essay writing means an attempt to put your ideas and thoughts in the form of words on a given topic. It is designed in the school and college curriculum and also in competitive examinations to test students' stock of ideas, their thoughts, beliefs, and opinions in current events. And secondly, to test the students' ability in language, presentation, grammar, and word power. So we can therefore define essay in the following way. An essay is a thought of the heart, creation of the mind, and presentation of the language. I'll repeat. An essay is a thought of the heart, creation of the mind, and presentation of the language. Remember one point, that our essay must be free from biases and be presented in a systematic manner. Essays can be classified as descriptive essay, imaginative essay, reflective essay, and narrative essay. A descriptive essay is an essay that describes something. It could be an object or a person or an event. The goal of this kind of an essay is to provide readers with enough detailed descriptions for them to be able to picture or imagine the topic. For example, a descriptive essay could be written on topics like a river, my best friend, or a football match. Imaginative essays are those essays where the writer has to think for himself, being in a situation which he has never been before, and describe what he would do in such a circumstance. For example, topics like if I were the Prime Minister of India, or if there were no electricity. These topics require us to imagine ourselves as being in that situation of the topic. Next, we have reflective essays, where the writer expresses their thoughts or reflections on various topics such as world peace or friendship or education. Now, then we have narrative essays, which consists of narrations during a journey or an incident, a natural calamity or accident that you witnessed. Children, now let's learn the format of writing an essay. Here, the given topic must appear on the central part of the line. Next, you can leave a line and begin with the first paragraph of your essay, that is the introduction. Here, you will have to first leave a 2-finger space and start with the first sentence of your introduction by beginning the sentence with a capital letter. You can keep this paragraph for about 5 to 6 lines. Now, once you have finished with the first part of the essay, let's move to the second part, that is the body of the essay. This paragraph will begin on a new line. Here again, you will leave a two-finger space and begin your sentence with a capital letter. This paragraph consists of all the details that you will add related to the topic. You can keep this paragraph for about 10 to 12 lines. In case if you want to add more, then you can divide your written material into more paragraphs. But please keep in mind not to make very lengthy paragraphs. For example, if I am writing a 12-line paragraph, then I can divide my material into 6 lines. That is, I could write 6 lines as one paragraph, and the other 6 lines, I could present it in another paragraph. Now, once this is completed, we move to the final part of our essay, that is the conclusion. Here, you can conclude your last paragraph in about 3 to 4 lines. Now that we have learned about the format of writing an essay, let's learn how to develop one. Now, when you see your topic, the first step you can do as your rough work is to create an outline of what you will be adding to your essay. This outline is nothing but simply all the points that you would be covering up to complete your essay. For example, let's take this topic, my best friend, which is a descriptive essay. Now, looking at the topic, I'll create my outline points, which is basically the points that I would like to cover up into my essay. So here is my first point that I would want to incorporate in my essay. It is explaining the meaning or giving the importance of friendship, since my topic is my best friend. My second point could be how we became friends. My third point could be describing my friend, and my last point could be my conclusion. My first point could form the basis of my introduction. That is my first paragraph. The second and third point could form the body of the essay, where I can add all details about my friend, and my last paragraph could be a concluding line that will indicate that I am ending my essay. While creating our outline points, we must keep in mind that these points must appear in a logical sequence. Please note, children, that these outline points that I have described here is just a framework through which I'll develop the paragraphs. I won't include these points as my subheadings in my essay. They are not subheadings. They are just points framed by me in order to develop my essay. Okay? So let's move ahead developing the introduction, which is the most impressive part of the essay. This part must contain the central theme of the topic. So this was my first point of my framework, that is explaining the meaning or giving the importance of friendship. So I can start my first paragraph like this. Friendship is one of the greatest blessings that not everyone is lucky enough to have. We meet a lot of people in the journey of life, but there are only a few who leave a mark on us. My best friend is one such person who has been able to make a positive impact on my life. I feel extremely fortunate to have someone as a best friend in my life. So here I completed the introduction. Now that we have completed the introduction, that is the first part of our essay, we move to the second part of our essay, that is building the body of the essay. This part must contain detailed facts, information, and reflection of the topic. The points expressed here should be knit so well together as to form a proper sequence. So here, according to the outline that I created, is the second point that I will describe, that is how we became friends. So I can develop this paragraph by describing the event such as: our friendship started when my friend came in as a new admission to our class. Both of us were hesitant to talk to each other at first, but gradually we developed a bond. I remember the first time my best friend tried to talk to me. I rolled my eyes away as I thought we wouldn't get along together. However, to my surprise, we became best friends by the end of the year. So now in this paragraph, I have only described this particular outline point. But we have one more point. That is, describe your friend. Now, this is another point of my outline, but it is part of the body of the essay. So children, should I continue describing this point, joining it with the first paragraph? No. Why? Because I have more to write, and my paragraph will then be lengthy, and so my reader will lose their interest in reading further. Therefore, to avoid that and to place my material in a presentable manner, I'll describe my next point in a new paragraph. In doing so, the ideas expressed is also clear. That is, one point expressed in one paragraph. So let's see now, how could I describe this point? I feel one of the main reasons why I formed such a bond with my best friend was because of the qualities she possesses. Her courage always inspired me to raise my voice against injustice, as she always stood up to her bullies. She is also one of the smartest minds in the class who doesn't only excel academically but also in life. Above all, I feel the quality that appeals to me the most is her compassion. Whether it's towards humans or animals, she always keeps the same approach. For instance, there was an injured stray dog that was wailing in pain. My best friend did not only get him treated, but she also adopted him. Similarly, she saw a poor old woman on the streets one day and she only had money for lunch. My best friend did not hesitate once before giving all of it to the poor lady. That incident made me respect her even more. So here the body of my essay has been completed. Now we come to the last part of the essay, that is the conclusion, where I can summarize my topic briefly, such as: in short, the bond I share with my best friend is one of my most prized possessions. Both of us inspire each other to become better humans. A best friend is indeed a precious gem, and I am fortunate to have that gem of my life. So finally, bit by bit, my entire essay is ready. Children, here is a specimen of essay writing that I have put up, which I will read it to you. If I were a doctor. A doctor is perhaps the most useful member of the society. He is an angel for his patients as he draws them out of the jaws of death. He works with a missionary zeal and sacrifices his comforts to the service of mankind. Even at odd hours, he is prepared to attend to the patients. His mission is to restore his patients' health. He invokes in his patients a desire to live and live healthy and purposefully. If I become a doctor, I will never ignore or forget the oath I undertook to serve ailing mankind to the best of my ability. To be so, I will minimize my wants and not make my profession into a money minting machine. My fees will be moderate and the poor will be treated free of charge. When I have no lure for money, I will be able to imbibe the qualities of sympathy, kindness, and love, and make them an integral part of my personality. I will try to make every season healthy. My stress will be on prevention. I will teach people hygiene and sanitation and use of certain medicines as first aid. I will not issue a false medical certificate to people. I will remain true to my profession and will not recommend any medicines that guarantee a good commission for me. I will not work for money, as money will be secondary. I will keep my desire to learn and update my knowledge. I pray to God to give me strength enough to follow the ideals set by myself. These are a few responsibilities that I would take when I become a doctor. I would go beyond what is minimum and become the best one. A doctor with a growing mind and a beating, empathetic heart. Children, with this I have finished the topic of essay writing. But before we come to the end, let's recall what we learned. The first step before we begin with our essay is to create an outline in rough. These are actually the points that will help you to build your essay. Next is follow the format. You have to write the title on the central part of the line and leave a 2-finger space before beginning the paragraphs. Remember that your essay has 3 main parts, that is, the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. I will put up the specimen for you to copy in the notes. Alright, this was all for now. Thank you and take care.